World Championship tournament. This is Manuel Sainz, the head coach of Spain, a former player, very pleasant gentleman who is one of the best known of the Spanish basketball players and now coaches in Europe, and has his first time to come to this tournament with the Spanish national team. And Don Nelson, three-time NBA Coach of the Year, great player, of course, with the Boston Celtics, many great years with Milwaukee, then Golden State, and now the pinnacle of his coaching career, as he said, save for winning an NBA championship, is coaching Dream Team 2. Now we are playing under international rules.
2 20-minute halves. The trapezoid lane is 19 feet wide at the base. The three-point field goal is 20 foot 6 inches. That's 9 inches out further from the NCAA. Now, the 30-second shot clock. The ball is alive when it's above the cylinder, so you can take it off the cylinder. It is not goaltending. Goaltending would be if you grab the rim or if you grab the net. Now, a 5-foul limit and you're out. A technical foul counts as a personal. And remember, you are allowed to play zone defenses.
And the court's slightly smaller, 92 feet long, 49 feet wide, 94 feet, of course, in the NBA. The referees from Croatia, Danko Radic, and from Mexico, Rafael Cortez, only 2 officials in international basketball. And we are ready to get underway with the first commercial performance in league play, in tournament play for Dream Team 2 with Dumars and Kevin Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal at center, Sean Kemp at the power forward, and the 3 position being played by the gunner himself, Reggie Miller.
One thing, anytime that you have international referees, they call the travel, and you're going to look at it because here in the United States, you are always accustomed to seeing a 2 count. As long as the ball leaves your hand, the dribble is fine. But in international ball, any head fake in that seems to confuse them, and they'll call the travel immediately.
And the U.S. gets the opening tip, and the first pass is stolen. Number 4 is Villacampa, and Spain opens with a 2-0 lead on a sloppy pass from the U.S. team. Kevin Johnson back with the penetration and the kick out. You'll see a lot of this because of the inside, and another steal from Spain. Oranga came away with it, and Kemp, 17 seconds on the shot clock. Shaquille O'Neal from 17 feet inside 2.
Well, you can see right now that Spain, established players, large bodies, they're out defending, and they will gamble on the steals, but they are playing man-to-man.
Number 8, Jimenez, gets it to 13. This is the 7-foot center. His name is Martinez.
Spain very deliberate. You'll see awful lot of screens, but the United States is switching. So let's see if they can pick up on the mismatches.
Jimenez misses. This is Reggie Miller. Inside is Shaquille O'Neal. Martinez gets his first look at Shaquille inside. Rebound taken by Villacampa.
Now they'll push, and you have to be careful because they'll shoot the 3 right there.
Joe Fresca gets it off to Martinez from 18 feet. Rebound Joe Dumars, his second. Kevin Johnson missing from long range. Rebound Oranga. He's 6'9", 230 pounds.
Now their front line, Spain, 7 foot, 6'9", 6'9". Villacampa in the backcourt at 6'5".
Rafael Jofresa, the point guard, number 5, being defended by Kevin Johnson. Trying to set up a pick and roll. Number 8 is Andres Jimenez.
See, they continue to screen down on the other side of the lane for Villacampa, and USA switches, and they're not allowing him to receive the pass.
Oranga misses the hook shot off the board. We are tied at 2. Remember, 20-minute halves. There's the first whistle. Wave off the basket. 20-minute halves, 18-11 to go in first half.
Just in this early going. This is a veteran team, Spain. Anytime that a USA guy attempts to go one-on-one, if you notice, they go right at him, bang him with the forearms and the body to try to get him to go in an opposite direction. This team will not be afraid of contact.
Nearly 2 minutes gone. Only a basket each. Kevin Johnson and Dumars in the backcourt.
Now, right now, Spain is in a 2-3 zone.
Dumars, from the shorter 3-point land, misses over the back. Shaquille O'Neal.
I said at the top of the show, in order for Spain to win, they must play a perfect game. The United States must shoot a poor percentage. Now, we've only played 2 minutes. We've noticed that the USA team has attempted many perimeter shots. They're not looking to go down inside, and that's the type of pace that you would like if you were coaching Spain.
30-second shot clock, 20 remaining. Jofresa to Villacampa. 6'5" shooting guard.
See, he wants a clear out. He wanted a clear out.
Jimenez from the baseline. Air ball. Rebound Kemp. Dumars. Reggie Miller wants to pull up and take the long three-pointer. Reggie Miller puts down the three. It's 5-2.
By playing Reggie at the 3 position, he's being guarded by a 6'9" guy. That shot, anything in transition will be there for him.
Jimenez, who's had several open shots, hasn't been able to knock him down. Villacampa, the best shooter in this team, with the ball, being defended by now Reggie Miller. Off the foot of Sean Kemp, 11 on the shot clock.
Now this is where the United States should excel. Transition. This will be the toughest thing for all of the FIBA ball clubs to stop because of the range, the three-point shooting of not only Dumars and Miller, but also of Dan Marlin.
Reset the clock. New 30-second clock for Spain. 17-11 remaining in the first half. Opening round play in Pool A of the World Championship of Basketball.
Even though Spain has a very big team on the floor, they do not have an established post-up game. Majority of these guys want that 15, 18-foot jump shot.
Inside to Martinez. He's the 7-footer. Knocked into the expensive seat by Shaquille O'Neal. Official Martinez says that it was knocked out on the way up, and it will belong to Spain.
See, Martinez was right on top of it. He thought that the shot was on its way down. It was close. Very, very close.
Cortez says no, and Spain will inbound.
Anytime that the shot is released, you immediately get a new 30-second shot clock. In the NBA, we know that the ball must hit the basket.
Martinez inbound. For Joe Fresa.
See, they're running some very nice continuities, Bob, but the USA continues to switch, and they just beat the guys to the designated area.
Reggie Miller with the foul on Villacampa. Reggie Miller fouled out of the game on Sunday night in Oakland against the Goodwill Games team.
Yeah, but we have to remember it's the middle of the summer with these guys, and they're only in shape for a couple of weeks. You do not shoot the penalty until the 8th foul.
Jimenez inside to Aranga. He's the power forward, and he's powerful. Nice ball fake, and it is 5-4.
Right, anytime that you're down inside with the United States, all you should do is throw the pump fake.
Joe Fresa with the foul on the driving Kevin Johnson.
If I'm Joe Fresa, I know I'm in for a long night. I'm trying to play him off the bat. Now just keep that. Now watch the up and under move. See, he's got a mismatch because the U.S. switch. Joe goes out for the potential shot block, and at 6'9", he just takes him to the rim.
USA by 1 point with 3.5 minutes gone. Now they're up by 4 with another 3 from Reggie Miller. Jimenez off the fast break. Blocked by Shaquille O'Neal, his second block early in the going. Reggie Miller, Kevin Johnson. 8-4 USA.
That's USA at its best. You know what I liked about the shot block, Bob? His ability to block it and keep it in play to start the break.
Looking for Villacampa. Reggie Miller in his face. Joe Fresa open for a 3. Good shooting team. This is Rafael Joe Fresa. 6-foot guard. Rebound Martinez, the 7-footer, out to Joe Fresa.
KJ's first 2 shots have been way off to the right.
Villacampa misses. That would have tied it. Rebound Kemp. Dumars open from 17 feet. That's a 2 for Joe. 12-7. This game will go by very rapidly. Don't run out for an errand to your nearest convenience store, because remember, 20-minute halves. Already 5 minutes gone in this half. Foul away from the ball. And we have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back to Coliseum in a moment.
Inside Stuff, Saturdays, all summer long.
Genuine Draft, Bobby Ray Hall, IndyCar. This year, he's really flying.
Snow was falling on the ground. What did I do? I went out and shoveled the snow. Made me a path on the basketball court. Had my mittens on, I'm shooting. Oh, it's raining outside. Huh? Raining? So what? The door was shut in your face sometimes, but you still keep going. You still keep going.
NBA Hoops basketball cards from Skybox, where you dream it, see it, go after it.
1 minute, I'm telling myself to buy the best stuff. Next minute, to save money. Buy the best, save money. Buy the best, save money. Save money. The best, save money. Save money. I'm beginning to get on my nerves.
Why compromise when there's the affordable Value Point Performance Series from IBM?
This guy on the plane, he had this button in the middle of his keyboard. This red button. It's like a mouse, but you just touch it. I want one. I want a button.
Introducing the affordable ThinkPad 360 with TrackPoint 2 from IBM.
The Coach's Corner, brought to you by IBM ThinkPad, the official notebook computer of USA Basketball.
Well, Spain is a very interesting team. They have a tremendous transition team, but it only translates one way. They only play the transition game from their defensive end to the offensive end, and we have to be prepared and make sure that our players are back and in good shape because they're going to be a running team. But Spain doesn't play the other end of the court, so we feel that they're very vulnerable from our rebounding into the offensive end, and we'll be looking to capitalize there, and shutting down their break will be very important for us.
Well, Hubie, we already saw on one of the baskets on a fast break, the USA does get out quickly. Nobody from Spain was down on the end of that fast break.
Well, that's why the United States basketball is so dominant and #1, because of the jumping ability of the players and then the quickness in the open floor.
Sean Kemp at the top of the key. Kevin Johnson, Joe Dumars, Reggie Miller, Sean Kemp, Shaquille O'Neal, the starting lineup. Down inside to Shaq. Turnaround jumper from the paint. Nice touch by Shaquille. That's a little bit of an addition to his game as he's maturing and developing.
Well, anytime that you have 2 3-point shooters in there like Miller and Dumars, it's difficult for Spain to double team any of the post-up players. Well, our guys should be able to score at will down inside.
Menes spins into the middle and only to run into Shaquille O'Neal. Joe Fresa down inside. Orenga again. That's 2 baskets in a row they've gotten from Orenga, the power forward.
Well, he is the player who is setting all of the screens right now. The USA continues to switch. He always has a guard on it. So if he just goes to the basket, he's going to be wide open.
Kevin Johnson past Joe Fresa. Oh! Shaquille lays it in, and O'Neal has 6.
All made by KJ's penetration. We see it time in and time out with the Phoenix Suns. He must be double teamed, and anytime you do that, he'll find the big guys on the baseline.
Kevin Johnson called for the foul on Joe Fresa. Here's Manuel Sainz, the coach of Spain.
He is an outstanding coach. You can see the 10 championships with Real Madrid and also Barcelona, 8-2. Just a great player. He played on 10 championship teams also. So he is a real winner. This is his first shot at major international competition, but he'll get the job done over the years.
Martinez misses. Shaquille O'Neal with his 2nd rebound. Reggie Miller misses from 3-point land. Look at Kemp.
This will be their test all night. Anytime the USA misses, can you keep them off the offensive board?
Kevin Johnson. Let's see who they got with the foul. Maybe an offensive foul. As a matter of fact, they are calling.
There's your 3-point shot, the rebound, and in the movement. That will be there. Right now, Kemp and the Shaq man O'Neal can continue to crash the offensive glass. And once they do get it, it's basically one-on-one. We told you these guys are burly, but they are not great leapers.
The foul was against Orenga of Spain, his 2nd.
Nice.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Beautiful move by by the Shaq man. That was an up and under and a step through. And we're going to give it to you right now. Now, just keep an eye on it now. You see, there it is. He fakes out, steps underneath, and because of his power, remember, you're talking about 7'1", 305 pounds, very little body fat. So once he catches you on his shoulders, there's nothing you can do about it.
Jimenez called for the personal, his first for Spain. O'Neal still struggling from the free throw line. That is already part of the Shaquille O'Neal legacy. Jimenez was open for the jumper, passes it up to Jofresa, who buries the three.
See, you've got to get out on him. He and Villacampa, they can hit the threes. So you just cannot be concerned about the other people. That's 2 for this young man.
Kemp with the pick for Dumars. U.S. ball, 15 on the shot clock, and we get the first substitution of the ball game. Larry Johnson's coming in for Sean Kemp.
I see, you cannot come out on the floor until the referee waves you in. There are also only 2 timeouts in a half, and the players cannot call a timeout. The timeout is called by the coach, who tells the official score. Then he will get you in. Right now, Spain, once again, they're in a 3-2 flat zone right now.
10 on the shot clock. Dumars from NBA. Three-point land as Joe knocks it down. He has 5. It's a 10-point lead for Dream Team 2. Villacampa, the penetration stripped by Dumars. But the foul. It's on Joe.
At the opposite end of the floor, there have been 2 balls that have gone out of bounds. And off both inbounds plays, Spain was in zone. The United States has made 2 threes against the zone. The old story, if you make your outside shooting, they're going to have to come out.
Villacampa, the leading scorer on this team. He's 30 years old, 6'5", 196 pounds, and he's a pure shooting 2-guard. The best scorer on the team now, the former star and the most popular basketball player in Spain, is a man by the name of Juan Antonio San Epifanio. And Epifanio is on the bench. He is 35 years old, probably won't play much. Dumars knocks it down.
See, they get the ball in quickly and get it up. But right now, with Dumars on Villacampa now, he and Miller just switched on the baseline, and they're both overplaying Villacampa, making it very tough for him to receive a pass.
Jimenez into the paint. Nice soft touch. Andres Jimenez. He's 6'9", but only 205 pounds.
Yeah, see, Spain's going to figure this out. Keep your dribble, get down inside the painted area, and force the back guys to come out and play it.
U.S. by 9. Dumars from the foul line. Joe Dumars lining it up. He leads all scorers with 9. Miller has 8, as does O'Neal. Martinez, he's had that shot several times, and he knocks it down.
Well, the European front court players at center and power forward all can hit that jump shot.
Larry Johnson can hit his from 14. Villacampa sees a one-on-one opportunity. He's fouled by, looks like Shaquille O'Neal, and that'll be number 2 on Shaq.
Well, he definitely caught Joe that time. See, he's very quick off the dribble. He gave Joe a move to the baseline and took it right down the lane.
At the time, Muggsy, a man of small stature, was to battle the giant named Goliath. Armed only with an incredible thirst to prove himself, Muggsy, fleet of foot, did circle and confuse Goliath, and thus slew the mighty giant. All the people celebrated. Sprite flowed freely, thus it was written. Height is nothing, thirst is everything. Obey your thirst.
Hey, I'm talking to you. What is technology but the brain demanding more from the body? More than what was done. More than what is thought possible. Put the beyond within reach. Air squared. Strangely scientific.
Cold-filtered Miller Genuine Draft. the cold one. For those who've discovered its smooth draft taste,
you know, I've been looking for that.
The world is a very cool place. So get out of the old and get into the cold.
Sunday nights this fall, the NFL is on TNT. Season begins August 18th on TNT. Sunday night!
U.S. shooting 68%. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from this first half.
Now, keep an eye on Joe Dumars as he pushes off with his left arm. He puts Villacampa right at it. They were looking for the offensive foul, but Joe drills it. Jimenez right here coming into the lane. See, this is there for their big men. Now, he's a 32-year-old veteran player. He usually is not a big scorer, but he's a defender and a rebounder. Now, right there, you can see Dream Team 1 set major standards, all records, 117, 58%, 30 assists, 22 steals, and a victory margin of 44 a game. Was second to the Bill Russell era team that in the old days in 1956 came in with a differential of 53 points.
U.S. with 2 substitutions, Mark Price and Alonzo Mourning on the floor. So it'll be Mark Price, Joe Dumars in the backcourt with Reggie Miller still at the 3 position. Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson playing together, the 2 Charlotte Hornet teammates. Here's Mark Price. U.S. by 10. Price gets the ball to Mourning.
Beautiful, beautiful steal that time and pass by Price. The U.S. has 5 offensive rebounds.
10:36 to go first half. Reggie Miller with the near steal. It'll belong to Spain.
Well, we said at the top of the show, if the U.S. shoots and misses, is there a team in this tournament that can keep them off the offensive boards? In that way, they don't get the easy second shots within 6 to 8 feet, and then you can stay in the game.
Martinez open again from three-point land. He buries it. A three-pointer from the 7-footer, and Martinez has 5.
See, that puts the pressure on you when you're trying to help out with your center on all of the screen and rolls.
U.S. staying on the perimeter now. It was Price to Dumars to Reggie Miller. Martinez with a rebound. Here's Villacampa. He'll take it all the way.
They banged that one too hard. He elevated. He had a chance for another bounce.
Joe Dumars buries the 3. And the scoring heating up now. 12-point lead for U.S. 9:47 remaining in the first half from Copps Coliseum in Hamilton, Ontario.
Joe Dumars looks in great shape.
Spain trying to solve the defensive switching by the United States. Unable to do it well so far. Jimenez did get the mismatch on Mark Price off the switch, and he got the layup attempt.
Well, see, this has been going on the entire half, Bob. A guard on a 6'9" guy, but Spain has not been finding him with the pass. That could be a problem. Now, Joe is coming out here now, and he is really shooting and scoring. Dumars very hot. Anytime that he's open, no hesitation, the shot is up. But he really is streamlined. You can see the NBA Finals MVP in '89, 4 times NBA All-Star, 4-time NBA All-Defensive First Team, and once a second-teamer.
Joe Dumars has 12 here tonight as Jimenez misses the free throw attempt. 34-22 USA. A substitute on the floor, Alberto Herreras has come on. He wears number 11. He's a 6'7" swing man who's a good scorer for Spain. Mark Price on the penetration, wave off the basket, fouled before the shot.
In FIBA basketball, the point guards very seldom play against guys with this kind of quickness, meaning Kevin Johnson and Mark Price, because not only do you have to play them for the dribble, but they're such high scorers that you've got to play them a little tighter, and they're not accustomed to this.
Dumars looking for Mourning, now Price looking for Alonzo. Martinez, the 7-footer. And traveling is called. Spain's Pablo Lasso has also checked in, number 6. He's the man who went for the steal.
Now, that was a good call. If you notice, no double teaming of the post players. Now, that's a shock for all of our inside guys. So anytime you catch it, you have one-on-one competition.
Here's Martinez, open again from the perimeter, and he drains it again. Excellent shooter. Remember, it's 20 feet 6 inches from the hoop compared to 23.9 in the NBA. Inside the Morning.
See, with this kind of a matchup, with Martinez looking for the 3 every time, the United States should switch players. Put him on, put the center on the big forward, and then allow the big forward to be outside. Use him as the trap guy. He's better quickness. He can get back to that 3-point shooter. Martinez is a big-time threat here.
8:37 to go, first half. 34-26. USA by 8. Rims out for Miller. Morning. There's that offensive rebounding you keep talking about.
Well, that's their 7th offensive board, and they put 4 of them back in. So, you know, that's the difference here. That's the major difference in the game.
Jimenez has an opportunity here. 5-inch height advantage over Joe Dumars, and he takes advantage of it. Jimenez has 5 points, as does Villacampa. Martinez has 8 with his 2 threes.
Look up, look up.
Jimenez did not touch the ball. It will belong to Spain.
Now, this is a team that is transition crazy, even when you score. So they're looking up the sidelines to anyone who is running that lane. They will force the pass.
Well, Spain hanging in here with 8 minutes to go in the half, down by 8. This is Pablo Lasso. He played some high school basketball in Pennsylvania in the States. Goaltending for Morning. Count the basket for Lasso, and Spain is on an 8-2 run.
Well, everything comes down to, you know, your ability to defend. Now, right now, that was a beautiful move. That shot was on its way down. Excellent call by the official.
Timeout at Cops Coliseum in Hamilton, Ontario.
Dream Team 2 meets China tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern on TNT.
Boss, meet Larry. He's new.
Say, Larry, hypothetical question. How would you send a big, important shipment to a big, important client in, say, Hong Kong?
FedEx?
Right. Say someone didn't use FedEx, and that big, important shipment never got there. What would you call that someone, Larry?
Dope.
Right. Dope.
Big or small around the world, next time use FedEx.
If I would have known you were the dope, I wouldn't.
There are places you can go where birds aren't the only ones that fly. And fish aren't the only ones underwater. Where you can take a ride in the wild, or just a wild ride. But if you go to any of the Busch Gardens or SeaWorld parks, bring your sense of adventure and your Visa card. Because every one of these parks will take your breath away, but none will take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
I want a computer that really flies. I'm not talking Orville and Wilbur stuff. I'm talking where your cheeks are like this.
Introducing the powerful Value Point Performance Series from IBM.
1 minute I'm telling myself to buy the best stuff. Next minute to save money. Buy the best, save money. Buy the best, save money. Save money. The best, save money. Save money. I'm beginning to get on my nerves.
Why compromise when there's the affordable ThinkPad 360 from IBM?
Tonight, these guys are gonna sell you a car.
Let's go.
No hassles, no gimmicks,
Stripping away.
no problem. Kurt Russell, used cars, tonight at 9 on TNT.
Well, Spain started 3 for 9 and fell behind by 12. They are now 8 of their last 10 and have cut the lead to only 6 points.
Now, I'd like to show you the 3-point field goal situation here. Now, the NCAA is 19.9. FIBA is 7 inches out. Now go from the NCAA to the NBA at its height on the curves. It's 23.9. That is a 4-foot difference. You say, well, where is it 22 feet? In the NBA, it's in the dead corners. That's the shortest distance. Now, right now, you can see USA already has attempted 10, and we've only played 12 minutes of play.
Dan Marley is checked into the lineup. Here is Larry Johnson traveling with the ball. It will belong to Spain with an opportunity to cut this lead to 4 points. Full court pressure from the U.S. Orenga comes up, the power forward to help out. This is Pablo Lasso. Lasso is a 5'10", 175-pound guard.
See, they'll take their time. They'll work their screen downs. Here it comes on the opposite side. Their big thing is they've got to see the switching inside and take advantage of it.
That was a beautiful shot by Alberto Herrera. He's a 6'7" swingman who's an outstanding scorer.
He's only 25 years old. The coaching staff feels that he can come in and give them instant heat. Now, this is an excellent move. Reggie gets him with the lower body and then on the hand.
And that's 2 on Reggie Miller, a 3-point opportunity for Herreros. And now Kevin Johnson back in as Reggie Miller sits down with his 2 fouls. So it is Kevin Johnson and Mark Price at the guards for the USA, with Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning, and Dan Marley.
Well, as we can see, the United States is staying small, with Marley at the small forward position, then going with 2 small guards. But right now, you have a very close basketball game. A 3-point game. The inability to stop them from scoring.
An 11-2 run by Spain. Kevin Johnson looking for penetration. Larry Johnson on the baseline. The foul after the basket.
That's by Alonzo Mourning pushing off underneath. See, they will not allow any of that. In the NBA, the players are allowed to get along with a lot of bumping in the lower back and also pushing guys out with their legs.
Miller, Mourning, and O'Neal all have 2 fouls, and we're going to get Derek Coleman in the game.
Now, keep an eye right in the middle of your screen. See, there's Mourning pushing off. Now, you see, you shoot the foul shot, the penalty, the 1-and-1 on the 8th team foul.
So Alonzo Mourning with 2 will sit down, as Shaquille O'Neal also has 2. So we have Derek Coleman, Larry Johnson, Marley, Kevin Johnson, and Mark Price on the floor for the USA. Don Nelson has gone to his bench frequently here in the second part of the first half. We have 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the half. And reminder to you once again, 2 20-minute halves are played in international basketball.
Now, Martinez, who is on the foul line, is the 7-foot center for Badalona that won the European Cup championship. Also on that team was Villacampa and also Joe Fraser. So 3 key players of the starting unit were also on that championship team. So they've played a lot of basketball against good teams. So sure, the United States has the athletes and the size, but as long as the U.S. stays small, well, they're not worrying about that. You do not have the power of the 3 big front court players. So right now, as the way it's going, you must stop at them at the defensive end, or you're not getting any kind of advantage by playing small.
Kevin Johnson with his 3rd point of the ball game. Kevin with 4 now, full court pressure from the U.S.
It's man-to-man. Just get them to pick it up. Now you see one of their power forwards had the ball right now. But with 30 seconds, you still have plenty of time to get into your offense. 17 seconds to go.
Herreros gets it down inside to Orenga. Nice. Good move over Larry Johnson. For Juan Antonio Orenga. He is 6'9", 230 pounds. Punches it away, and the ball is controlled by Jimenez.
Well, you notice they're over the back. They are contesting all of the post passes. The interesting thing to me is this half is the scoring ability of the front court players for Spain.
Herreros, he's the scorer. He drops it down, and it is a 3-point USA lead. This has to be surprising to Don Nelson and the Dream Team, too. They are only up by 3. This Spanish team is excellent at scoring, and they are playing well-disciplined basketball.
We said at the top, you must play perfect basketball, shoot a high percentage, do something in transition. If they take care of the defensive board, they are going to be a problem in this game.
That
and
foul
if you
is
notice, The USA does not have a second shot in the last 5 minutes of play, and that's where they've made their run.
That follows on Larry Johnson. I'm sorry, Hubie, go ahead.
I'm sorry, the replay has Oranga at 6'9", making a strong move, shooting up over the top. Now, Herreros, we tell you, when he came in the game, this guy's an instant heat guy. They expect him to come in shooting and to score, you know, quite a few points, to be right in there with Villacampa at the end of the night as a high scorer. They're doing everything right, Bob. Making the threes. The inside guys are scoring in the face of the players. And now they're making their foul shots with consistency.
Make it a 17-6 run. We have a one-point game with 5:56 to go in the first half. Mark Price on the drive. Foul before he lost the ball. And Spain has gone to their bench here with Herreros coming off and playing very well, along with Pablo Lasso, the guard. They've stayed with Martinez, Oranga, and Jimenez.
Well, their front court guys are doing an excellent job not getting in foul trouble. That's the key for them. Do not get in foul trouble. Stay on the floor. If the guy gets position on you, make him shoot over the top.
Joe Fresa, who's on the bench right now, a guard, has 2 fouls, Oranga has 2, and Martinez has 2 for the national team from Spain. They qualified 5th. A rare free throw miss from Mark Price.
Well, you don't see that very often.
They qualified 5th in the European Championships. Two-point lead for the USA. You can see the defensive intensity has picked up. 10 to shoot on this 30-second shot clock. Herreros buries the 3, and that gives Spain the lead over Dream Team 2. Kevin Johnson is fouled. He'll go to the line for a 3-point opportunity. It was a very short-lived lead, but nobody would have expected Spain to lead the USA with 5:20 to go in the first period.
See, if you stay perimeter like the USA is trying to do. Now, Herreros right now, that's his 9th point as he's come into this game. He's really done a terrific job. Now, at the other end, KJ just breaks down the defense and takes it to the boards. Well, if you stay perimeter, you are going to allow the front court people from Spain to stay in the game because they're never going to get in foul trouble. So you always kind of like start inside out and wear people down, get them in foul trouble, and then force them to double team, and then you'll get even closer shots to the basket.
USA by 2. The drive by Lasso hands it off to Oranga, who wasn't ready for that pass. 13 on the shot clock for Spain. Pablo Lasso, he's the 5'10 guard with the penetration. Bounce pass, Oranga. Oh! Mark Price runs it down. USA by 2. Coleman with the rebound and the putback. Derek Coleman from the New Jersey Nets.
Well, it's the first offensive rebound in the last 6 minutes.
USA by 4. 4:31 to go in the first half. If you're dialing in late, the USA lost the lead about a minute ago by a point for only a moment, but surprising everybody in the world basketball community. Mark Price battling for it with Pablo Lasso. Marley. Wave off the basket. The basket will not count. Marley was fouled prior to the shot.
Marley's looking for an NBA continuation play. Spain right now at the offensive end playing very smart. They're looking for that mismatch every single time now. Great hustle by Marley. He's fouled outside. In the NBA, that could have been a continuation.
Dan Marley very excited about Danny Manning joining his Phoenix Suns team. Of course, that's on hold along with the re-signing of on hold by the NBA right now, but Danny Manning had signed a contract with the Phoenix Suns. Pablo Lasso.
Look out here now. See, U.S. not
the
back.
Scorer, back to Lasso.
You must get back and match up quickly after a score.
Jimenez. New man is checked into the ball game is Rafael Vatinha. 6 seconds to shoot. Herreros from long range. Travel. Sean Kemp got the pass from Kevin Johnson. Let's check the U.S. team. We'll do that right after we take a commercial timeout, as Don Nelson has made some substitutions. U.S. by 6.
Just down Sunset and up the incredible California coast is Wolfgang Puck's latest culinary creation, Granita. It's a touch of the Mediterranean with a dash of the Pacific. And if you go there, bring your appetite for travel and your Visa card.
It's Belbeck.
Because Wolfgang's grilled prawns will take you to the Mediterranean, but Granita won't take American Express.
I love to cook, and I love to eat even more.
Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Welcome to the Fleer Ultra Baseball Factory Tour. This year, we're putting gold foil stamping on both sides. Plus, more color-enhanced action on our all-new 3-photo backs. Fasten your seatbelts. Yeah! There's UV coating on both sides, too. And we're in your face with incredible inserts featuring superstars and hot rookies. There's one insert card in every pack. 94 Fleer Ultra Baseball, better than ever.
When I get thirsty, I reach for a Coke and I drink. I get thirsty, I reach for a Coke and I drink. When I'm thirsty, I Coca-Cola. Oh,
Sunday nights this fall, the NFL is on TNT. Season begins August 18th on TNT.
Well, the U.S. has been surprised by Spain here, losing the lead once in this first half. Now up by 6. This is opening round action in Pool A, which includes Brazil, China, Spain, and the U.S. The U.S. plays China tomorrow night. We'll have that game at 7 Eastern time here on TNT. Pool B with Australia, Croatia, Cuba, and South Korea. Croatia, the favorite there. Angola, Argentina, Canada, and Russia. Canada and Russia, the 2 top teams in Pool C. And in Pool D, Egypt, Germany, Greece, and Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, the winner for the Goodwill Games, and Greece upsetting Germany today. And in Pool C, Russia is leading Argentina 48-31 at the half. U.S. with full court pressure, 3:40 remaining in the first half, and the Dream Team is up by 6.
I know Don Nelson very unhappy with the defense because it's so porous right now.
Herreros to Cargol, who just checked into the game. Back to Herreros.
Nice fake.
This is the Bethina. Wave off the basket. Now Rafael Bethina missed that. He's the 6'9", 200-pounder.
Now he's an old-timer. You know, he's 30 years of age. That was a beautiful ball fake, because anytime that you play against teams with a lot of shot blocking, when that defender is running at you, give him the ball fake and step underneath.
Five-point lead for the USA. 3:21 to go in the half.
At no time do you get 2 shots unless it is a technical foul or a shooting foul. So any type of foul that is on the floor is going to end up in a 1-and-1.
Kevin Johnson rims it out of there. Rebound Herreros.
You better look at back.
Out to Cargol. Here is Herreros. He loves that shot. Good defense. Martinez from the corner. That's a 2. He stepped on the line. It's a 2-point game. Spain surprising everybody with this showing in the first half against the USA.
Right now they're in a 2-3 zone.
Oh, Coleman missing. Martinez rebounding. Antunes, number 9, all the way. Rebound, Sean Kemp. Mark Price from 13. He won't miss that one.
The United States must recognize when they are in the 2-3 zone.
Antunes, number 9, with the ball.
They're doing an excellent job in screening and curling people. They screen, and the players come off a curl down on the baseline as the player with the basketball out on the top runs a pick and roll. And that's the reason anytime you're switching, you're getting all of these mismatches. So you're playing right into their hands. And then you must be alert on that baseline.
Marley sits down and Reggie Miller gets back in. So it's Derek Coleman and Sean Kemp up front with 3 guards. Kevin Johnson, Mark Price, and Reggie Miller.
Right now, man-to-man.
Derek Coleman pounding it inside, and the U.S. Bills a 6-point lead. Antunes being dogged by Mark Price. Martinez with the high pick.
Nice.
Inside to Vafina. Sound fundamental basketball.
Absolutely.
Sound fundamental basketball.
Anyone who keeps their dribbling gets into painted areas are going to score or drop off for a layup to a teammate.
Antunes, the ball handler on the floor now, punched away by Mark Price. Mark has Reggie Miller. U.S. Bills a 8-point lead. Spain took the lead briefly. Martinez,
look out.
Has 2 of these. Not this time. He wasn't squared up, couldn't find a handle. U.S. on a run closing off this first half. Coleman over Martinez. Derek Coleman. Now the U.S. on a 10-2 run in the last 2.5 minutes. It's been transition basketball.
Oh, absolutely. Here comes Herrera around the down screen.
And the penetration. Count the basket.
Oh, they didn't. Oh, he did. He counted it.
Yes, he did. And Kevin Johnson is down. Looks to be okay.
Herrera, see, they're so active down on that baseline. They ran a curl on both sides. Now you're going to see this is really an excellent move. This young player has come into the game off the bench, Herreros, and has really scored a ton of points.
10 points. This will be his 11th here, including 1 3.
Last shot.
Back in the game too, Hubie.
Yeah, last shot.
U.S. up by 7. Antunes has his hands full. He'll have to take Kevin Johnson one-on-one. Kick out to Reggie Miller, but first the foul. 3.7 to go in the half.
Kevin Johnson, so difficult to play off the dribble because he goes to his right just as well as he does to his left. Anytime that he wants to break the defense down, go strong. They either foul you or they let you inside the lane.
Marley back in for Reggie Miller. As remember, Miller is carrying 2 personals.
Well, what this does, it forces the USA team to go inside now and start talking about playing basketball. And basketball starts at the defensive end of the floor. And right now they are running Spain. Give them their due. Excellent offensive sets with beautiful spacing. And that is what is wearing the defense down.
There you see Kevin Johnson's year in 93-94, averaged 20 with 9.5 assists, 82% from the line. Between him and Mark Price, you got a ton of talent at the point guard. Only one of these free throws, though. Antunes doesn't have much time. It will not count. At the half, the U.S. up by 8 points. Reggie Miller has 2 fouls and 10 points for the United States. The leading scorer for the USA is Joe Dumars with 12. Kevin Johnson also has 10, but the surprise story is an 8-point lead for the USA, and with only 5 to go in the half, Spain actually held, for a moment, a 1-point lead.
This is an apple.
An interesting conversation with a tremendous basketball player. I met Mark Price out of Enid, Oklahoma when he was a freshman, 18 years old at Georgia Tech. When he was a junior, Red Auerbach told me as we were doing some NBA playoffs, look out, Mark Price could be a Boston Celtic. Well, Red didn't get him as Mark Price was drafted in the NBA first by the Clippers and then traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, where he's had, of course, a tremendous career, and here topping it off with his performance for Dream Team 2. Well, let's have a look now at the highlights from action earlier today. First of all, Puerto Rico versus Europe. That's the Egyptian team versus Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico with a 10-point win in this game, make it 20, 85-65. Also, the team that most people think will probably finish second in this tournament, Croatia, got a win over Cuba today. That's Dino Radja from Boston getting the layup off the break. And how about Tony Kukoc of the Chicago Bulls? He also scored. Kukoc had 11. Dino Radja, 25 points. Kukoc also contributed 12 rebounds to Croatia's victory over Cuba, 85-65. Australia almost lost to South Korea. South Korea had a three-point attempt at the buzzer that did not go down. And Greece beats Germany 68-58. Now another game going on right now. This is in Pool C. Russia in front of Argentina, 55-48. Russia, one of the stronger teams in the tournament also, with Babkov and Fetisov. Of course, Andrei Fetisov was drafted into the NBA. 5-point lead for Russia. That game going on at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. These teams are playing at 3 locations. Maple Leaf Gardens here in Copps Coliseum in Hamilton, and also at the Sky Dome for the championship game in Toronto. And that's it for the McDonald's halftime report. The United States leading Spain by a score of 59-51.
Today's halftime report has been brought to you by McDonald's, proud sponsor of USA Basketball.
Question, would you leave 10 grand laying around? No, I don't think so. And with a case of Miller beer being worth 10 grand, you'll protect it or find something that will. Look for numbers inside specially marked cases of Miller beer. Match and win daily in USA Today and Sports Illustrated. 10 grand and the cold one can make anywhere a very cool place.
Welcome to Hoop Hijinks with today's contestant, Anthony Hardaway. And he will be wearing the new Nike Air Pounds as he attempts to win these new Nike Air Flight 55s with a layup.
Cool.
Good luck and watch out for those sharks.
Sharks.
Nice shot, but I'm afraid you can only get these shoes at Foot Locker. Just watch out for those stampeding bulls.
Stampeding bulls?
The new Nike shoes. If you don't win them here, you can get them at Foot Locker.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You know he's not perfect, but on certain days in his life, he has been. The night he poured in 63 points. The time he crushed 3 home runs in the World Series. The day he found Dwight Clark in the end zone. And you wish at some point, at some moment in your life, you could be that perfect too. And that's why you cheer for him. That's why you believe in heroes.
We're going to Paris. First, Francois has to get our shipment. Love the designs, and then we're going to Paris.
Where is my package?
Francois? We're going to Paris. Yes, we are.
FedEx can confirm delivery of international packages as quickly over there as it can over here.
Francois, see Bardin signed for the shipment at 9:22.
Pardon, come to Paris?
Paris? Possibly. Let me check my schedule.
But of course.
Ready for tip-off of the second half. The U.S. leading Spain in Pool A, opening round of the Pool A competition in the World Championship of Basketball. An 8-point lead for the United States. They led by as many as 12, but with less than 5 minutes to go in the half, Spain took a 1-point lead. Coming out shooting early, and Spain knocks it down. That was Jose Cargol. And the turnover.
At halftime, Spain shooting 59% in twos. 5 for 8 in threes, 10 for 13 from the foul line. That is getting the job done.
the Spanish coach has stayed with his substitutes to open this half. Cargill misses the lay-in over Shaquille O'Neal. Don Nelson has started the men who started this game, and that's Dumars, Kevin Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Reggie Miller, and Sean Kemp. Double dribble to call. The ball will belong to Spain. Here are the halftime stats.
Well, you can see the field goal percentage, Spain right there at 60-63 for the U.S. But the big thing, the 3 points, and then also their foul shooting. They've done an excellent job in only turning the ball over 5 times, so the U.S. cannot get out on the fast break.
Antunes running the point. He was the third point guard into this game. The bounce pass, nicely done to Athena, who couldn't get it to go down.
But see that with their movement, they're getting high percentage shots, Bob.
Dumars runs into a 3-man trap. Back to Reggie Miller. Won't go. Athena to Antunes. Punched away by Reggie Miller. And then Kevin Johnson to Miller. Joe Dumars drains the 3.
Now Dumars is 3 for 5 in threes. That's his 15th point of this game.
U.S. by 8. Joe Dumars doing a real job on the scorer Herreras, who came off the bench for 11 points. Shot clock down to 7 seconds. Antunes on the drive. He is fouled by Kevin Johnson.
Kevin honestly thought he had a jump ball that time. He tied him up. Give Spain's bench a lot of credit. In that first half, U.S. bench right there. You see, there's the grab. Kevin's looking for the jump ball. Now, not only does he call a foul, but he's giving him a 2-shot foul.
And that's the 3rd personal on Kevin Johnson.
See, Spain's bench came in and scored 17 points in the second half of that first half. The United States bench only scored 19 points. So Lolo right now is going with the guys that he feels are hot, staying with the hot group.
Jose Antunes, the 5'10" point guard, gets 1 out of 2.
This group out on the floor is giving him better overall defense, and they've been doing a fairly decent job taking care of the boards.
Kevin Johnson got caught in the air with the ball, handed it off to Sean Kemp, who draws the foul.
The major point to bring out here in the second half, the United States must toughen up their defense and stop allowing the high percentage shots. Then at the offensive end of the floor, if they'll just go down inside to the power people and let them go strong, have that action first instead of launching all of the threes. Get some fouls on their key people. Like right now, Martinez played the entire first half at the center position at 7 foot. He had 10 points and he has no fouls.
Martinez with the rebound. He has 6. Antunes running the point. Bullet pass inside. Athena was intimidated by Sean Kemp and missed the layup. Kevin Johnson all the way off the edge of the rim. Tip in by Shaquille O'Neal, would not go down.
Now that's what has to happen. That was a strong drive by Kevin. He thought he was bumped. But as that shot came off, Kemp kept it alive, and that gave Shaq a chance to get right up into the action. And that's when it's happened, when the shots are in close. Now, there's the intimidation. Shaq definitely gets a piece. I mean, Kemp got a piece of that on the way up. Now, you're going to see now, Kevin makes his move. That's one of his pet moves, but he misses the shot. He was looking for 2. Now, that was kept alive, and then here comes the brute strength. Anytime Kemp and O'Neal rebound inside of 6 to 8 feet, it's going to be an automatic 2, or they're going to get fouled.
Shaquille O'Neal with 9 points and 3 rebounds. He started out on fire inside, knocks them both down. If Shaquille O'Neal learns to shoot free throws well and the Horace Grant deal goes through,
well, that's
going to be a beauty.
That's some starting unit that they have down there right now. See, they're very patient. They run a lot of screens on that baseline and a lot of screen looking for the switches.
Reggie Miller with the steal. Joe Dumars.
Excellent anticipation by Reggie.
USA by 10. Dumars on the drive, fouled, wave off the basket.
We tried to bring out a point at the top of the half. at the top of the first half, and that was, you notice the body bumping. Anytime that the U.S. tries to take you got one-on-one, they come right up inside of you, and they bump you at the waist and in the legs.
Mark Price inside to Reggie Miller, and he is fouled hard by number 12, Jose Cargo.
Strong foul, smart foul, forced Reggie Miller to go to the line. But now we're talking about one of the premier foul shooters in the history of the NBA. This past year, he was second in the league at 90.8. Yeah, Reggie's been in this league for 7 years. He's averaged 19 points a game. He shoots right at 50%, 39 in threes, and then 88 on the line for 7 years. And he's a guard that gets to the foul line.
Full court pressure from Green Team 2, leading in the game now by 8, 67-55, 16.5 minutes to go. Martinez, the 7-footer, who had a couple of threes in the first half. Herreros has been shut down by Joe Dumars here in the second half. Whoops. Cargo can't control the pass into the hands of Dumars. The excellent defense from Sean Kemp. Price, pull-up three. Shaquille O'Neal with the offensive board to the putback, and Shaquille has 12. Whistle away from the ball. We have a timeout on the floor with 15:56 remaining in this game. The United States leading now 69-55.
World Championship of Basketball is brought to you by IBM. There's never been a better time to do business with IBM. By cold-filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Get out of the old, get into the cold. By FedEx. For documents, packages, and freight worldwide, our most important package is yours. And by Visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
I had everybody come in on Saturday, and guess what? The server was down again. I couldn't do anything. I just went on the works.
Introducing the PC server. IBM reliability. Now for small business.
I want to be covered for 94,608,000 seconds. Give or take a sec.
Introducing the Value Point Performance Series 3-year warranty from IBM.
Remember summer mornings? And blueberries so sweet you want to put them in a box and enjoy them all year long? That's the taste captured in new Blueberry Morning Cereal. A cereal with real whole blueberries, ripened by the summer sun. But more than just blueberries, it's the most delightful mix of light, crispy flakes, golden oat clusters, and almonds you've ever tasted. It's all there.
Taste new Post Blueberry Morning Cereal. A little taste of summer.
At the time, Muggsy, a man of small stature, was to battle the giant named Goliath. Armed only with an incredible thirst to prove himself, Muggsy, fleet of foot, did circle and confuse Goliath, and thus slew the mighty giant. All the people celebrated. Sprite flowed freely, thus it was written. Height is nothing, thirst is everything. Obey your thirst.
Hubie, when the U.S. went it at halftime, you said turn up the notch defensively is what they'll talk about. Spain had only 5 turnovers first half, 3 in 4 minutes this half, and the U.S. in the first half had 6 points off turnovers. Already in 4 minutes, 7 here in this half.
Well, you can see they were going just through the motions. Right now, there's more serious of purpose. They realize, hey, you know, anything can happen. You allow these guys to hang around. This is an experienced, older team. If they make their threes, you're in deep trouble.
Arenga back into the ball game. Pablo Lasso, number 6, controlling the ball against Mark Price. Open for the 15-footer. Rims it out of there. Rebound, Shaquille O'Neal.
Nice. You love to see in the transition game, you love to see your point guard beat the first interceptor off the dribble. That breaks down the transition defense in the rear.
Martinez sits down. And Enrique Andreu comes into the ball game. He's a 6'10", 207-pounder, playing Shaquille O'Neal, almost 100 pounds heavier than Andreu. Andreu.
That's a three by Reggie. That is the first time that a post player was double teamed. They dropped down, they big forward on Shaq that time, opening up Reggie on the opposite side.
U.S. opening up the lead. Now Herrera's open. One of the few times in this half he lost Dumars on a pick, but he can't knock it down. He's their best perimeter shooter on the floor at the moment. Joe Dumars.
Oh, my. Is he on fire?
18 points.
He has 18. He is now 4 for 6 in threes.
7 for 9 overall. And since the U.S. lost the lead at 42-41 in the first half, Dream Team 2 has outscored Spain 34-13. U.S. can really bust it from outside this 20 feet 6-inch three-point range.
Now, right now, that was excellent ball rotation. The Shaq man, when he's double teamed, passed it out. The second pass always opens you up. Joe's on fire. You know he's looking for his shot. We told you he's now 4 for 6 in threes, 18 points.
One of the tri-captains on this team. Orenga out to Pablo Lasso. Orenga battling and losing the battle to Shaquille O'Neal, who has 6 rebounds now to go with his 12 points. Whistle on the floor, and coming up tomorrow night, Hubie and I will be right back here at Copps Coliseum in Hamilton as the U.S. takes on China, 7 o'clock Eastern time for the World Championship of Basketball. The TNT, by the way, will be bringing you 6 games during this tournament, all the way up to the semifinals. All involving the USA, and unless somebody does the unthinkable. Shaquille O'Neal. Bounce pass goes awry, but Reggie Miller is there. Miller now with 18 to match Dumars.
Shaq man's going to say, I saw you all the way that time with that backhand pass.
Give me the little A.
Reggie and Joe Dumars knocking out the lights right now.
Orenga has it stripped by Shaquille O'Neal. The hook shot blocked by O'Neal. That's his 3rd block, saved by Reggie Miller, but the official says he has stepped out of bounds.
Beautiful shot block. Excellent hustle by Reggie. Now keep an eye on this hook. He's going to take it up by the hook, and here comes the big man. Shaq, that is his 3rd shot block of the game.
Pablo Lasso handing off inside to Enrique Andreu. The U.S. was on a 16-0 run until that basket. Mark Price behind. Reggie Miller misses the 3. If that's on Shaquille O'Neal,
that is.
It would be number 3.
Loose ball foul. Shaq man said, all I was doing was lifting up my arms. He put the kid, and when he had the contact, the guy went off of his feet, landed, and moved about 5 feet.
Orenga inside. Got the shot up very quickly. He scored a couple of baskets early in the first half. Down on the low post. He has 10 in the game. Dumars with the pick from Shaquille. Back to Sean Kemp.
That was a slingshot.
Kemp has struggled a bit in this game, if you could call it that.
Well, yeah, he really has not received the ball in the areas, you know, that he is looking for it on a regular post-up. Now, this is just a tough drive. You can see he's just throwing that one up there. And if you think about it, that's not a bad idea with the Shaq man inside with the power.
Derek Coleman in for Shaquille, and Derek immediately continues the rebounding. Dumars.
They're in the zone.
That's a zone, all right. Joe Dumars and Reggie Miller are in the zone. Pablo Lasso off the fast break. Carreras is fouled. Check that. The man who is fouled and going to the free throw line, making his first appearance, is the senior member of this national team and the most popular basketball player in Spain, Juan Antonio San Epifanio. They call him Epi for short. he has been playing on the Spanish national team half of his life. He started when he was 17.
That's right. He's been in 4 Olympics, 3 Worlds. That's really an incredible stat. 19th year with the team. You can see it right there. 4-time Olympian.
Knocks them both down. 20-point lead for USA. It was only an 8-point lead at the half.
I remember Villacampa only has 3 points in this game, and you think that they've hung around and done all their trouble. Now Coleman has really done a solid job here. In the first half, he was 3 for 5, so he's now 4 for 6 for 8 points.
Lasso. Villacampa is back on the floor for Spain also. Shot clock down to 12 as Lasso gets it inside. And an excellent play by Enrique Abreu on the feed from Lasso. Price dished it to Larry Johnson, who couldn't get it to go down. Villacampa. Epifanio misses. This is Dumars. Dream Team's ball. USA led by 8 at the half. They have built that lead now to 20 at 83-63.
Wherever you are this summer could be a very cool place with Miller's 10 grand a day giveaway. We've got a lot to unload. That's $10,000 a day, every day. Look for numbers inside specially marked cases of Miller beer. Match and win daily in USA Today and Sports Illustrated. A lot of cash, a lot of winners. Can your beer do this?
Here comes Dream Team 2, and they want to win the World Championship of Basketball. Think we got a chance? Dream Team 2 versus China, tomorrow at 7 on
TNT.
The only name you need to know when buying a custom van is Bright Bay GMC Truck, Long Island's custom van headquarters.
Right now, during the custom van sell-off at Bright Bay GMC Truck, you'll find drastic reductions and save up to $4,200. Get monthly payments as low as $279 a month. Choose from over 70 of the best names and get a 3-day, 2-night family vacation. First come, first served.
Shop around first, then come to the Bright Bay GMC Truck custom van headquarters, ready to buy. Sunrise Highway.
The key to your car's reliability lies in your maintenance habits. Do-it-yourselfers know that for one-stop shopping, Auto-Right has all the auto parts and accessories to keep your car at its peak condition at the right price. Like Haviland Formula 3 motor oil for protection from heat stress, starting friction, and engine dirt. Use Haviland Formula 3 for every oil change and add more life to your car. If you expect maximum value for your dollar and maximum performance from your car, do it right at Auto-Right and drive safe.
Now, Joe Dumars is going to end up with a 3, but watch Reggie Lewis coming out here to the corner. As Joe breaks the defense down, you will see he will get trapped, and then nice ball movement. That's what you like to see. And see, now once the kick out comes, now there you get another trap. Joe's on fire. That was his 5th 3. He's 5 for 7 in 3-point shots.
USA loses the ball out of bounds on the baseline. It will belong to the Spanish national team, trailing by 20 with 11:16 to go in this ball game. Pablo Lasso, number 6, the point guard. This is Epifanio, the Spanish national hero. 35 years old to Villacampa, who's the heir apparent.
Joe Dumars is giving Villacampa a headache.
The drive by Lasso and the dish to Arenga, and he draws the foul. Another score from Pool C, Russia pulling out ahead of Argentina. That's been a close game most of the way. Not much time left in that one. That game happening at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Well, Russia has a nice team. It's the same team that played over in the Goodwill games. They have a lot of size. They have about 6 or 7 guys, 6'9" or better. Fedosov is a quality player at 6'10", and then they have very good guards. Their guards all can shoot the threes. They'll be an interesting team in this tournament.
Marenga looking for his 12th point.
Well, he's played a solid game. Not only does he have the points, but he has been the man sacrificing his body to set the guys open on these curl moves.
Enrique and Villacampa came out to play the defense. They'll call the foul on Villacampa. That's his second.
Anytime that you play the United States, you cannot turn the ball over. You cannot miss your shots, because if you do, they're going to be out in the open floor, and that's what we've seen in the first 10 minutes of the second half.
Speaking of scenes, several of the U.S. players haven't played. Steve Smith hasn't been on the floor as we have an offensive foul, and neither has Dominique Wilkins.
And that was an offensive foul on the post-up player. Larry Johnson got fronted that time and knocked the defender right to the floor.
Derek Coleman called for the foul. 18-point lead for the U.S. 10:33 to go. Remember, 2 20-minute halves in international basketball. Epifanio with the ball to Villacampa. Good ball fake by Villacampa and the lay-in. It's a 16-point lead.
Well, you see, he definitely has tools. You can see why he's a primetime scorer. He wants to go to the hole.
Kevin Johnson.
Nice pass.
Behind the back to Larry Johnson.
And he did that with his left hand, which was very nice.
Larry Johnson with 6 points in limited playing time. $18-point lead for the USA, and you can see the 35-year-old Epifanio is not quite fast enough, and Reggie Miller slams into our broadcast table here. I saved my coffee, however, on a very nice move on my part.
Reggie's been hustling all over the place tonight.
Here he comes, Hubie.
Now, this is the 3rd time that he's been over here right now trying to save that ball. He's had a very, very solid game.
Notice me protecting the equipment. Did you
forget the equipment? The only reason you were afraid it was going to knock over your coffee.
This USA team, I've got a $4 million basketball player headed over here, and I'm trying to save the $1.98 cup of coffee. It is about $1.98. By the way, I figured it up. Roughly speaking, the U.S. Dream Team 2 is about a $500 million basketball team. In case you were wondering. 20-point lead for Dream Team 2. Epifanio on the penetration, showing his age at 35, oldest player on the floor, even older than Dominique Wilkins. Larry Johnson can't handle it. Villacampa can. U.S. defense scrambling Spain now. Epifanio just can't find the range.
Yeah, he's on the front of the rim on all of his shots.
Derek Coleman back very quickly, and this is a run-and-gun team. Look at this team on the floor for the U.S. Larry Johnson, Reggie Miller, Derek Coleman, Dan Marley, and Kevin Johnson.
Well, they're playing Coleman at the center position.
This is the kind of team Don Nelson loves. Reminds you of a kind of matchup lineup that he would put on the floor with the Golden State Warriors. He would love to put this team on the floor with the Golden State Warriors.
Kevin Johnson having an excellent game, meaning the floor game. Penetration, finding the free people, delivering. Kevin had a great 94, 20 points a game, 9.5 assists. Plus, he was right up there in steals. He had 2.5 steals a game.
Derek Coleman in limited time has 10 points in this game.
You can see where Epi in his younger years was a primetime scorer. The outstanding quickness off the screens, but right now he's leaving the ball short.
he's really not a part of the 7- or 8-man rotation on this team anymore.
Well, they're trying to get an influx of younger players right now, and with a new coach, let's see how it goes.
20-point lead for Dream Team 2.
Look out.
Offensive foul called on Kevin Johnson.
Well, see, that's a call that you get at high school, college, and in FIBA. In the NBA, anytime that you go in like that and you turn and you pitch out, they're never going to call that an offensive foul. They'll never give the defender that opportunity to pick up a charge call.
Kevin Johnson carrying 4 fouls. Remember, in international play, 5 and you're out. Mark Price and Kevin Johnson both on the floor at the same time. Now Aranga, turnaround jumper will go down. He has 14.
Very quietly, he's done a terrific job against the power forwards for the USA.
Dan Marley forces up a 3, drop it, and the foul. Villacampa got him. This could be a 4-point opportunity for Dan Marley.
That's always an embarrassment when you're a defensive player. Keep an eye on Aranga right here. He had a terrific first half. He was in double figures. And at the other end of the floor, he catches him right on the elbow. Very few times is that called. If you're ever going to contest a shooter taking a 3, you tap him underneath that elbow. Very seldom is it called.
So a 4-point opportunity for Dan Marley. Good steal by Coleman. Kevin Johnson from 16. Aranga with a rebound. USA by 22, 7:58 to go. Inside to Aranga, the double team comes. It is out of bounds off USA with 12 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be a reset for 30 seconds, and we have a timeout on the floor.
Aranga set the screen. There was a switch, but Kemp went out, allowing his man to be wide open.
Inside Stuff, Saturdays, all summer long.
So, did you hear about the big AT&T deal? Well, if you spend $25 a month on AT&T long distance, you can get AT&T True USA savings. 20% off your calls to anyone, anywhere in the USA. And if that wasn't big enough, AT&T True Rewards, with points good for free frequent flyer miles and free AT&T minutes. You won't get this big deal from MCI or Sprint. But to get it, you gotta call AT&T.
Your true voice.
Snow was falling on the ground. What did I do? I went out and shoveled the snow. Made me a path on the basketball court. Had my mittens on, I'm shooting. You know, oh, it's raining outside. Huh? Raining? So what? The door was shut in your face sometimes, but you still keep going. You still keep going.
NBA Hoops basketball cards from Skybox, where you dream it, see it, go after it.
Colder than I am? What is that?
I'm gonna wait all
It's a hot day here. Heads up, look out!
Wait a minute. Can you see anything yet?
Just a second, settle down. He's opening the refrigerator. Tell me it's not a store brand. I can't see through you.
Would you move over, please? Wait a minute. It's...
You see? Come on, 20 ounces, you guys! Definitely seconds!
Coca-Cola.
The road to the World Championship, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Always jammin', always Coca-Cola.
The Spanish national team played very well in the first half. This is their 4th appearance in the World Championship. They have not done well historically in international competition. Best finish was 4th in '82. They've never medaled in this competition, but did get a silver medal in the 1984 Olympics.
Now, that was played in Los Angeles, where Bobby Knight was the coach of the team, and Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing and company played. Now, they also had a 4th place finish in the 1980 Olympics.
Knocked out of bounds by Mark Price as Joe Fresa is back in at the point guard for the Spanish national team, along with Villacampa, Epifanio. That's a final. Russia against Argentina by 20 in Pool C, a game that took place tonight at Maple Leaf Gardens. Kevin Johnson with the near steal. 4 seconds to shoot for Spain. 2, 1. Villacampa just has to throw up the prayer. Remember, the shot, it counts as soon as it leaves his hand.
see, Nelson is saying it's got to hit the rim. As soon as it leaves your hand, that's all. Right, absolutely. And big thing here in the second half, we're seeing much better pressure by the guards and the small forward and disrupting the offensive flow, that nice pattern that Spain was running in the first half.
7:20 to go in this ball game. Inside Kemp's spin move. It does not go down. The foul called against Spain.
Well, anytime Kemp gets in traffic, he just throws the ball wildly at the boards and then says, I will beat you to the rebound.
Hubie, I'm wondering if we're going to see, with this 22-point lead, 7:16 to go, Dominique Wilkins and Steve Smith in this game.
Well, we said on Sunday, when we had the exhibition game versus the Collegians, it's so difficult to play 12 established players. If you got 5 positions and they split the game. Now, there you have Steve Smith on the right, Dominique Wilkins on the left. The players who play 20 minutes apiece. Now, if you play 12 guys, how much time are you going to give them? And it's very difficult for a player of the notoriety of the Dominique Wilkins. He just made the 3rd-team All-NBA team this season. He had an excellent year.
Villacampa missing from long range. Rebound on Abreu. He is fouled on the baseline. He was sandwiched between Mourning and Dan Marley. They'll call it on Mourning. This is Enrique Abreu. He is 6'10", 207 pounds. For a while in this half, he was having to defend Shaquille O'Neal, who outweighs him by nearly 100 pounds and is approximately 3 inches taller.
Well, when you go 6'10", 207, you're at the mercy of the Shaq man.
Mark Price gets the loose ball, kept alive by Alonzo Mourning. Price stumbling.
Nice.
Over the head pass. Mourning won't go down.
Beautiful pass by Price.
Sean Kemp.
When he went up in traffic that time, he dropped that one right back around his head because he saw Mourning coming right down the middle of the floor.
And now Dominique Wilkins has entered the game with 6 minutes and 47 seconds to go.
Now there's Price's pass to Mourning come down inside. Matter of fact, he kind of surprised him.
There's a look at Sean Kemp. As I said, Dominique Wilkins has come onto the floor now. He'll play with Kemp, Alonzo Mourning, Dan Marley, and Mark Price.
Well, you know, Kemp really had a good year. Field goal percentage, 5th in the league. He was 10th in shot blocking. He was 12th in rebounding. And then he came in with a nice, solid, you know, scoring year.
U.S. by 24. 17 second-half points for the United States team. Only 2 for Spain.
I think what we're seeing in the second half is what people expected to see throughout the entire game. I kind of like the fact that the first half was very competitive, because then it's like turn on the light bulb with these guys that they have to get out and play rather than talk.
Well, at one point it was 42-41 Spain, and then over a period shortly thereafter, in that half and in the first part of the second half, the United States outscored Spain 38-13. When the light went on, and that was led by the defense of the U.S. team. 22-point lead.
That was a nice pass.
Inside to Sean Kemp.
Beautiful pass up over the top of the player who fronted in the low post that time.
Physical play inside. Three-point play by Sean Kemp. 99-74. 6:29 to go. This is the biggest lead of the game for the U.S. team. Abreu to Villacampa on the drive. Villacampa open in the corner over Marley. That's a 3 for Villacampa. He has 12 points. Held to only 5 in the first half, by the way. Wilkins misses from three-point land. Joe Fresa on the run to Villacampa. Ball fake. And the lay-in.
That's beautiful. Half hook. Now you can see that Spain can cause a lot of trouble in this tournament.
Yes.
Now if they can take care of the other 2 games in this division and then reach the qualifying round.
Dominique Wilkins spinning into the paint. Shoots an air ball. Villacampa on the run. Fouled by Mark Price.
I told you at the top, Villacampa is the scorer, the main guy. Now, that's one of the very few times that he has been left open to get off a jump shot, and here he is driving hard, shooting that miniature hook.
Well, Epifanio, who had previously been the leading scorer for Spain as he aged, he's 35 now, and Villacampa have come into the game. Both of them had to face Joe Dumars during periods of the game, and that shuts them down. Herreros came in off the bench for Spain and really played well, and Dumars came in and shut him down.
Well, I thought, Bob, your point is excellent. Dumars at the beginning of the game was really up for the assignment of stopping Villacampa, no doubt about it.
Mark Price from just inside the three-point stripe.
But you just cannot allow Price to come over the top of the screen and roll without stepping up and applying some pressure.
Joe Fresa. Nice pass inside. Villacampa intimidated. He saw Sean Kemp and Alonzo Mourning there. Dominique Wilkins to Marley. 4-3. Now the lead spreading with 4:50 to go in this ball game. Remember, Dream Team 1 won their games by an average of 44 points a game.
Nice.
Villacampa's fouled before the shot.
Now the last 2 possessions for Spain, Villacampa has backdoored, we'd say changed direction on the baseline on Marley, and has received 2 beautiful passes. So you can see, even though he's not having a great night, he has not stopped hustling and running hard within the offense. Very impressed with this team. You know, now, will they play this hard when they have to play Brazil and China? That's going to be the key, whether or not they'll move on to the qualifying round.
Steve Smith has checked into the game, so now all 12 of the U.S. players have entered the game. Steve Smith, of course, the point guard from Miami out of Michigan State, wears number 8. There are, I will mention, 2 other players officially on this U.S. team, in case you've, been on Mars someplace, and that's Isaiah Thomas and Tim Hardaway, and both of them are not able to play because of injuries. So there are really 14 players assigned to this team. Alonzo Mourning. There he is. Sean Kemp.
That's what he's famous for. Incredible quickness in traffic.
Joe Fresa high off the glass. Wilkins, the patented spin move. They're going to call him for the offensive foul.
That is a good call. Dominic, as he went to make the reverse spin, he slipped, went right into the chest of the defender. Now watch Sean Kemp come explode right out here, up over the top, slam dunk. You see there, you don't have to worry about shot blocking. With very few of these FIBA teams have shot blockers.
Dominique Wilkins runs through via. Officials right on top of it with a quick whistle to avoid any kind of fisticuffs, and we may have a timeout on the floor. It is charged to Spain. Darko Radic from Croatia and Rafael Cortez from Mexico, our officials tonight.
The World Championship of Basketball is brought to you by Sprite. Image is nothing. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite. By AT&T. We help put your world within reach. By McDonald's. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. And by Visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
1 minute, I'm telling myself to buy the best stuff. Next minute, save money. Buy the best, save money. Buy the best, save money. Save money. Buy the best, save money. Save money. I'm beginning to get on my nerves.
Why compromise when there's the affordable Value Point Performance Series from IBM?
This guy on the plane, he had this button in the middle of his keyboard. This red button. It's like a mouse, but you just touch it. I want one. I want a button.
Introducing the affordable ThinkPad 360 with TrackPoint 2 from IBM.
Oh, it's so cute.
Excuse me. Could you take a picture of us with over there?
If you take off to the Italian town of Todi, but your camera just takes off,
Where'd they go?
you better have Visa Gold, because there's not a camera store there that takes American Express.
There's a great shot.
Visa Gold, it's everywhere you want to be.
We've got that all-star, all-planet MVP thing down.
Interviews, groovy shoes, worldwide renown.
Now we want to be world champions.
We're not giving up.
That's why Dream Team 2's together.
That's why we're on the cup.
Score one at McDonald's. When you supersize. Just 39 cents more. For more drink and more fries. Supersize any extra value meal and collect the Dream Team 2 today. Then look out, world. We're hungry to play. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Joe Dumars has been the man tonight. 106-85 U.S. leads. Dumars came out first of all and stopped Villacampa and any other scorer that Spain threw against him. He's also put up 21 points. We asked him about coming in with veteran leadership in a game like this.
You step on the floor as a veteran in a situation like this, and you leave nothing. I mean, you leave nothing inside of you. You lay it all out on the court. Just an exhibition game, you know. I was as pumped for that as I was for any game that I can remember recently. You just don't take any chances with leaving it and walking off the court and knowing that you didn't give your all, because being in my situation, you understand how quickly it can vanish. So you don't want to take any chances with it.
106-87, Alonzo Mourning with the post-up move, the spin into the lane, the foul prior to the shot. Spain now looking tired and ragged. They have given a great effort in the first half of play, but the second half, the defensive effort from Dream Team 2 has been the difference.
No doubt about it, Bob. And you have to like what the perimeter people have done tonight. Reggie Miller, Joe Dumars, both at that, you know, Dumars with 21, Reggie right up there pushing it. The perimeter shooting has been good. But if they're going to run right through everybody throughout this tournament, these FIBA teams cannot guard O'Neal, Mourning, Kemp, Larry Johnson, or Coleman down inside.
Rafael Jofresa looking for Villacampa, who has 13 points in the last 3 minutes. He's been the only scoring threat with the ball again, number 4, Villacampa. The pick from Andreu. Jofresa, long range, that's a 3.
That's his third 3 of the game. You know, he looks for that shot.
Attempt to get it into Dominique Wilkins on the post. The steal. Wilkins gets the double clutch jam.
They love it. They know that he's 9th in the history of the league in scoring. Not bad. 27,314 points in 9 years.
Joining Purvis Ellison and Blue Edwards as new members of the Boston Celtics for 94-95. Oranga to Villacampa. Put the 3 down. The foul called to the baseline against Alonzo Mourning. Count the basket.
I really like Villacampa's game. You know, we didn't see it in the first half. Joe Dumars did an excellent job. And any time that he switched, Reggie Miller picked him up and also shut him down. He was frustrated. He only had 3 points. But you can see he has the 3-point game. He is excellent off the dribble. And at 6'5", at his size, he's 196 pounds. Great upper body strength.
Epifanio was the man who was fouled onto the baseline, so he'll go to the free throw line and for an opportunity to make it a 4-point play. And Don Nelson has reinserted Reggie Miller into the game, and you can just about count on the fact that Reggie will be on Villacampa. So it's Steve Smith, Dominique Wilkins, Dan Marley, Reggie Miller, Derek Coleman on the floor for Dream Team 2 with 2:53 to go.
See, the shot was made, but it was a one-on-one foul, loose ball foul underneath the backboard.
So it could be a 5-point play. It is, and the lead has been cut to 15. Not exactly a rout here against Spain in the opening game of Pool A. Steve Smith nowhere to go, bottom of the rim. Joe Fraser out in front to Epifanio.
Nice.
What a shot! And the foul!
What? First of all, a sensational pass, and then a spectacular shot.
This is some run by Spain.
Watch this pass. It's a bullet right on the money. Just, yeah, the players appreciate it because they realize that the team has given 100%. They're playing as hard as they can play. They've never given up, and here they are sitting right now. They're only 13 down.
Villacampa 21 points in this half. He had only 5 at the half. Marley on the drive. 112-98, 2:21 remaining. Incredible effort by this national team from Spain. Remember, they finished 5th in the European qualifying for this tournament. Deflection off USA. 13 seconds on the shot clock. They'll reset it to 30.
You remember how we were impressed by the 7-foot center Martinez in the first half? He had 10 points, 2 for 3 and 3s. He's hardly played the entire second half.
Derek Coleman comes away with a steal. Steve Smith to Coleman. He traveled. They didn't call it. Marley will take the 3. Rebound Villacampa.
Coleman was going to go behind his back with a pass to Steve Smith at the top of the circle. Ball got caught right on the heel of his shoe.
They're trying to post up Oranga against Dominique Wilkins, who's forced him away from the basket. Epifanio for 3. Rebound Joe Fraser. Minute 24 to go in the game. With the drive, Wilkins with a rebound. Steve Smith buries the 3.
That was nice because Coleman broke the defense down. Marley set a semi-screen, opening Steve Smith for a 3.
Andreo sets the screen. Can't get the roll, though, as Steve Smith's right in his face. 50 seconds to go in the game. 17-point lead by the USA. Into Andreu. Defended by Steve Smith. Called a double dribble. I thought it was slapped out of there or a foul by Steve Smith.
Yeah, you're right, Bob.
It'll belong to Spain with 39.1 to go. A 17-point lead. Most people thought the USA would win this game somewhere in the neighborhood of a 40-point margin. It has not been that way. A valiant effort by the Spanish team, and frankly, the USA will have to say we are going to have to turn it up a notch in order to walk away with this tournament, which everybody expects them to do.
Well, you see, their big thing is they're taking so many three-point shots. They're 12 for 26. Now, 26 is a ton when you consider, Bob, that this is 2 20-minute halves. That's 8 minutes less than you get in an NBA game. 26 threes, that is a bundle. But we will see that because this is the style of play that they're going to run, hopefully, for the 8 games if they're going to win a gold.
Well, there you see, we said the Dream Team won their games in the 92 Olympics by an average of 44 points. In the gold medal game, the smallest margin of victory was 32. The U.S. is going to win this one by about 15. So all those people who are comparing Dream Team 1 and Dream Team 2 will have more fodder for the talk shows tomorrow. The offensive foul on Derek Coleman. 7.4 remaining in this game, but Villacampa has come out in this second half as Joe Dumars has rested for the U.S. and put up 23 points to show why he is the scoring man for the Spanish national team. Two seconds left. Joe Fraser from long range. It won't count. The USA gets a 15-point win over the Spanish national team. And you know that these gentlemen from Spain are feeling pretty good about playing this well against the best players in the world. Joe Dumars, Reggie Miller, Shaquille O'Neal all had big ball games for the United States. We'll be back to Cox Coliseum right after this.
Dream Team 2 meets China tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern on TNT.
We've got that all-star, all-planet MVP thing down.
Interviews, groovy shoes, worldwide renown.
Now we want to be world champions.
We're not giving up.
That's why Dream Team 2's together.
That's why we're on the come.
Score one at McDonald's. When you supersize. Just 39 cents more. For more drink and more fries. Supersize any extra value meal. And collect the Dream Team 2 today.
Then look out, world. We're hungry to play.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
What now? Who's Etienne?
Who cares? Come on.
Etienne fix everything. Who's Etienne?
He's a camel repairman.
What?
He's a mechanic.
You're kidding.
Hope he takes Visa. Oh, he does.
Visa Gold can get you cash more places worldwide than any other card, even American Express.
ATM fix everything.
Visa Gold.
The USA Basketball Player of the Game, brought to you by Visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
As part of Visa's continuing effort to support amateur athletics, Visa proud to donate $1,000 to the U.S. Olympic team in Reggie Miller's name in order to help further the development of U.S. Olympians present and future. 20 points, 5 assists, 4 three-pointers. Excellent defensive job, too, Reggie Miller. There's the final, 115-100. Now, I'm going to go right away to everything everybody's going to be writing about in the paper tomorrow. All the comparisons with Dream Team 1 and 2. You got a 15-point win here tonight instead of a 45-point win. How do you feel about, A, your team's effort, and B, the effort of this Spanish national team?
Well, first of all, you got to give the Spanish team a lot of credit. They came out and played hard. They hit shooters at the right time and got great shots all night long, but we gave them confidence. I'm very disappointed in the way we came out, and I think everyone was expecting us to show up and win by 35, and that's not how you win championships. We're going to have to earn everything here. Every team here is gunning for us, and for us to come out tonight, and we played well in spots, but we didn't give it a whole total 40-minute effort, and I'm very disappointed with myself as well as the team. Even though we won by 15, no one was expecting that, but I'm glad we got the victory, yes, but we could play much better than that.
You're one of the leaders on this team. What will you say to these other players about this game tonight?
Well, I'm sure we're going to go in there and we're going to have a mirror match. Everyone's going to look in the mirror and ask if they came out and played as hard as they could. And a lot of guys are going to say yes, and a lot of guys are going to have questions in their heads, but this is the first game, and we've only been together 2 weeks, and we're going to hear it from the media, but we got to band together and stay together as a team. We're not going to let the media divide us. We know what we're capable of doing. We know this is a great team, but we've got to go out and we've got to be able to play from jump ball. We just can't let the game come to us. We got to go out and take the game.
Reg, you go in at halftime. You're only 8 points ahead. The coaching staff, where do they put the emphasis?
It all has to do with defense. We can outscore anybody here. The offense is not a problem here. We're going to have to play better defense. If you remember in Dream Team 1, everyone knows they had Michael, Magic, and Larry. Those were great scorers, but they did it on the defensive end. And we've got great defenders on this team as well. It's a matter of us going out and defending. We can outscore anybody in the world. We got the best scorers in the world, but his defense is what gets it done.
All right, let me ask you, for you're playing a small forward position, brings you back to your days at UCLA. Now, at this level, you haven't played in 7 years a small forward position, so how does it change your game?
Well, I'm predominantly more on the wing rather than being up top with the point guard. But playing forward doesn't hinder my game at all. Me and Joe, we're interchangeable at the 2-3 position. We're switching most of the time with our men. So it's not like I'm necessarily the small forward. I think it's 1, 2, and 3 are all interchangeable in Nelly's offense.
Reggie, let me see that right hand. Let me just see for a second. It's hot. It's still hot. That's all you need to know is the right hand is still hot. Looking ahead, yes. China tomorrow night.
Well, I think we've got to come out and play a better effort. Everyone here is gunning for the USA. This is supposed to be the dream team, the elite of the world. But we've got to come out and show it. We can't expect to walk on the floor and for the opponents to bow down to us. That is not the case. These guys have their fans come in and they have a lot of pride. And we better show up with a lot more hustle and a lot more determination and really get after these teams.
Reggie Miller, a Visa Player of the Game, your 20 points, excellent defensive effort on your part particularly, and not to forget a 15-point USA win. It sounded like you turned in late. Somebody might have thought you lost the ball game. Not so. 115 to 100 USA. First game in Pool A tomorrow night, 7 Eastern time against China. Reggie Miller, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Larry. Thank you. Thank you.
That's the final from Copps Coliseum in Hamilton, Ontario. Join us again tomorrow night at 7 Eastern time. Dream Team 2 will take on China. Coming up next, Used Cars, starring Kurt Russell and Jack Warden for Hubie Brown. This is Bob Neal saying good night from Copps Coliseum in Hamilton, Ontario.